Hasnat, your host, welcome you to another episode of Truth in Transition. Today, we confront a troubling question. What happens when a country's legal system is no longer independent and the rule of law becomes a political weapon? Under the interim government of Dr. Mohammed Yunus, Bangladesh seems to be moving dangerously close to that edge. The fall of judicial independence. Just 2 days after Dr. Yunus took office as chief advisor on August 8th, 2024, something extraordinary and alarming took place. The Chief Justice of Bangladesh was forced to resign after student mobs, backed by the government's law advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul, invaded the Supreme Court and threatened violence. 5 judges of the Appellate Division also stepped down under pressure. Who replaced them? A judge chosen not by constitutional process, but by a protest crowd. Justice Syed Rafat Ahmed was sworn in, violating both legal norms and constitutional procedures. This wasn't an isolated incident. In October, another mob besieged the Supreme Court demanding the removal of 12 judges. Instead of defending his colleagues, the newly appointed Chief Justice sent them on leave. One judge was even attacked with eggs inside the courtroom for allegedly criticizing a former president. Others were targeted simply for being appointed under the last government. Is this what judicial independence looks like? Or is this what collapse feels like? Trial courts under siege. What about the lower courts? Things are no better. Magistrates are under pressure not to grant bail to political accused. Publicly, both the law and home advisors have demanded that no bail be granted in cases linked to protests or political violence. Judges who dare defy these instructions risk transfer, blocked promotions, or worse. Prominent legal voices have spoken out. Dr. Boranuddin Khan of Dhaka University says judges are now afraid to give bail, knowing their careers might be derailed. Human rights lawyer barrister Sarah Hossain points out that even anticipatory bail, meant to protect those wrongly accused, is practically shut down. Barrister Tanya Amir, another leading voice in the legal community, has warned that judicial discretion is being eroded by fear, intimidation, and political pressure. When judges become afraid to exercise their conscience, the entire justice system begins to decay. Persecution of lawyers. If the judges are under pressure, what's happening to the lawyers? They're being arrested, attacked, even jailed in mass numbers. On April 6, 2025, a Dhaka court sent 84 lawyers to jail in a single case without solid evidence or credible grounds for denial of bail. This is the first time in Bangladesh's history that so many lawyers have been jailed simply for defending political clients. Examples are everywhere. Advocate Kabir Hossain was arrested in Jashore for defending Awami League leaders. Advocate Akram Hossain and Advocate Deepu were jailed for representing former government officials. And it gets worse. Some lawyers are being physically attacked inside court premises. On November 7th, a lawyer defending Awami League figure Amir Hossain AMU was assaulted during a remand hearing. On October 22nd, another lawyer was hit on the head during a press briefing caught live on TV. On October 17th, a lawyer was beaten on the ground for chanting Joy Bangla. No punishments, no accountability, no justice. Accused under attack. Even the accused are not safe. Court premises have turned into battle zones. In the most shocking case, former Supreme Court Justice Shamsuddin Chowdhury Manik was so badly beaten in court that he required surgery for a ruptured testicle. Others haven't been spared either. Former advisor Salman F. Rahman and former Law Minister Anisul Haq were assaulted on August 14th. Saber Hossain Chowdhury was attacked in Dhaka court. On December 19th, a local Awami League leader was beaten by mobs inside Sylhet court. On April 15th, 2025, a former Upjala chairman was attacked by fellow inmates in lockup. Article 33 of the Constitution guarantees the right to legal counsel. Article 35 bans inhumane treatment. These rights are being trampled on daily in plain sight. Politically biased appointments. What's behind all this chaos? Partisan control of the legal system. The Yunus-led government has appointed hundreds of BNP and Jamaat-e-Islami affiliated lawyers and judges into key legal positions. A BNP activist is now Attorney General. Jamaat-e-Islami linked prosecutors are running war crimes tribunals. In just 100 days, 5 appellate division judges, 23 high court judges, and 4,300 public prosecutors were appointed, most with clear political ties. This is unprecedented, especially for an unelected interim government. Law as a weapon. The murder cases racket. Here's how the system is being used. Over 300 criminal cases have been filed against more than 272,000 people since August 2024. These so-called murder cases often name a few individuals, while leaving hundreds unnamed. This gives police a license to arrest anyone, anytime, and include them as suspects. Police and local party leaders are allegedly running extortion rackets. Pay up or get arrested. Even the Dhaka police commissioner has admitted these cases are being abused. So has the law advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul. But nothing changes. Mass arbitrary arrests. Operation Devil Hunt. Let's talk about mass arrests. In February-March 2025, around 20,000 people were arrested in an operation called Devil Hunt. Earlier, in October 2024, another 8,000 people were arrested. Both operations targeted anyone remotely linked to the former ruling party. Even the Home Affairs advisor confirmed this. Human Rights Watch and other global organizations have condemned these actions. But the arrests continue. Conclusion: a legal system hijacked. So let's ask the question again. What happens when the rule of law dies? When? Judges resign under mob threats. Lawyers are jailed for defending clients. Accused are beaten in courtrooms. And the Constitution is ignored at every turn. The answer is clear. Justice becomes a farce. Law becomes a tool of revenge. And democracy hangs by a thread. Under Dr. Yunus's interim government, the legal system in Bangladesh is no longer just under threat, it's being dismantled. And unless this trend is reversed, the very foundation of justice in Bangladesh may collapse. If you believe in justice, if you care about democracy, share this video. Let the world know what's happening. I invite you to subscribe and join Truth in Transition for more bold, fact-driven investigations. Together, we must stand for truth before it's too late. Stay well, stay healthy, and more importantly, stay safe. Many thanks to everyone. Cheers.